These are the top 5 ways to ensure that you do not waste time at an industry trade show. Whether you're a first timer or even a seasoned pro, these strategies will help you get the most out of your time. Tip number 1, plan ahead. A little preparation goes a very long way in setting yourself up for success. Preparation is a legitimate superpower. Check out the website for the show and review the list of vendors. Make a plan so you're not scrambling on the shop floor. Identify the companies you want to visit, the new technologies or trends you want to keep an eye on, and those must-see booths. Use social media. Let's let those people know that you're going to be there. Not only does this signal you're open to meet up, but it opens up opportunities to connect with the people you might not have otherwise met. Let's check for those pre-scheduled events, those speaker sessions, or maybe even those meetups that might align with your goals. Many shows offer networking events in the evenings, which can be great for making connections outside the hustle of the show floor. We're going to be heading down to Chicago once again. This is Pack Expo 2024. On the way down, I'm excited to be taking some of that time to look up some of the specific booth numbers. I have a few partners, vendors, different people that I would like to make sure to connect with while I'm there, as well as we'll be posting on social media, letting people know that I'll be at the show. Hopefully I'll be able to grab a couple opportunities to connect with others that maybe, I've been connected with on LinkedIn for a long time, but just have never met in person. I love these shows for that. Once we get into the show, there's a few different things that I have in mind. Obviously, go visit those individuals in those booths that I have set up as priorities, do those right away. But then also be finding a quiet spot. I've got a couple meetings that I'm packing into today as well. So it's always good to look for a spot that's got power as well as internet, and it's just a quiet space that I can take a couple calls throughout the day today. Yeah, so let's go. Here we go. We're gonna jump on the train here and head to Chicago. A little research goes a really long way, which brings us to tip number 2. Coordinate your travel to be as efficient as possible. When you're headed to a show, time is very valuable, and it's smart to make the most of it. Start by choosing travel times that allow you to get work done while you're traveling. If possible, pick a flight or a train ride that has Wi-Fi, like what I do, or at least a quiet environment where you can catch up on those emails and prep for meetings. It's a great way to stay productive without wasting a whole bunch of time. Try to book a hotel that's close to the convention center. This saves travel time and gives you nearby spots where you can take a quick break, catch up on the notes, and maybe even regroup. If the convention center has shuttles or nearby transit, map your route ahead of time and make sure you take advantage of those. It's a great networking opportunity that sometimes you don't think about. If you're traveling with a team, coordinate your schedules to carpool and maybe ride share when you can. It's an easy way to save time and stay in collaboration with others on your team. Efficient travel really keeps you productive and focused on what matters most, the show itself. Which brings me to tip number 3. Find a quiet place where you can really take notes and stay productive throughout the day of event. Sometimes this can be in an upstairs lobby or even in a VIP lounge. But trade shows can be hectic. So I recommend finding a quiet corner or a lounge where you can regroup and jot down key takeaways throughout the day. Use this spot as your base, somewhere to come back to each time that you need a break to collect your thoughts and start creating follow-up tasks. This is really where you can capture new ideas, write down action items, and decide which contacts you want to follow up with that maybe you just got done chatting with. If time is really tight, and I like to try and pack as much as I can into a day when I go out to shows like this, try using voice note. So record those key thoughts right after a meeting or conversation while everything's still fresh in your mind. Your future self will thank you for keeping track of all these new ideas and context. We've made it to the Pack Expo. Just had to jump on a couple quick calls, get set up, get some charging in, but I found a nice quiet spot that I'll be jumping back to several different times throughout the day today. So Gonna go check out the floor and check out some of the exhibitors. I do have a couple that are on the list of ones that I want to make sure to connect with. Gonna engage with that. I'm looking forward to having conversations around some of the latest industry changes, some of the technologies that are coming in some of these different spaces, gaining additional insights into the challenges, what some of these companies are struggling with, and that'll help in some of the conversations that I have with some of the sales conversations around SolidWorks and some of the engineers that I talk to each day. So let's go.
Be intentional with the questions that you ask. Asking the right questions can open the doors for what relevant insights and create lasting impressions. Focus on really looking to learn more about the company and the business and exploring opportunities to add value to each other. Don't try and sell. Aim to understand their challenges, their goals, and how their business might be able to collaborate with yours, or even if their product's a good fit for your company. Some questions that you potentially could ask are, what are some of the biggest challenges you're currently facing? How do you see your business evolving over the next few years? So these are questions that show sincere interest and can really lead to meaningful conversations about a mutual understanding of opportunity. One other effective approach is to ask about their experience and insight. You never know who might be behind that booth. Talk about the industry. What are some industry trends you have noticed lately? And what do you find exciting? What are your insights and how can you navigate these challenges in the market? Maybe ask some questions about engaging in thoughtful dialogue that might help build a foundational relationship that could be beneficial for both them and yourself. The quality of your questions can make all the difference. It's all about being genuinely curious and open.
About halfway through the day here at the PAC Expo, really getting some good conversations in. Got a chance to hit up a couple of the key individuals and booths that I wanted to see today. Definitely taking the time to step away, take some of my notes, some of my thoughts. After each conversation, stepping off to the side, using voice to text and kind of making some of my follow-up notes. So making sure to take those down because on the way home on the train ride, it's gonna be follow-up time.
Which brings me to my final tip. Tip number 5, always, always, always follow up on the conversation and the contacts that you make. The real value of a trade show happens after you leave. It's not about what you do with the relationships that you started. It's about how you ensure that you connect with them afterwards. Make a list of everyone you connected with and then prioritize your follow-ups. Reach out to top contacts within the next few days and stay fresh in their mind. And don't just follow up with a, hey, just touching base. Really make sure that you add value. You might reference something specific that you discussed or share a resource that could be helpful to them. For example, I enjoyed our conversation about packaging solutions. Here's an article I found insightful. Really show that you remember the details of the conversation and demonstrated genuine interest in building trust. The goal here is to cultivate a relationship, not just exchange a few business cards. Thoughtful follow-ups lay the foundation for future collaboration, and business cards a lot of times just get lost or forgotten. Add value, don't ask. Follow-up is really where the opportunity lies. So there you have it, my top 5 tips for maximizing your trade show experience. Remember, plan ahead, coordinate your travel, find a quiet space to collect your thoughts, be intentional with your questions, and always, always, always follow up with value. Following these tips, you can make any trade show a meaningful experience, not just another day.
Wrapping things up here at the PAC Expo, great day. Got the chance to obviously have some good conversations, learn about different technology. I mean, if you are in food packaging, pharmaceuticals, any type of food processing, definitely need to make it out to the show. If you've attended the show before, comment below some of the cool things that you saw at the show. Definitely highly recommend checking out PAC Expo. I've come here for a couple of different years and continually it's amazed when I get out here. There's so much technology going on, so hopefully you enjoy. Now it's time to head back.
The real magic of a trade show happens after you leave. It's all about what you're gonna do next. Thanks for watching and best of luck on your next trade show adventure. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe, and feel free to leave a comment with your own trade show tips below.